let this video be a reminder for you that staying in places that is draining your energy and sucking your life force is not going to take you to the life that you have been dreaming about. And you have to initiate change so that you can change your life. Everything starts internally, and we need to get comfortable with trusting ourselves. Because what our body is telling us, the irritation, the frustration that we feel is information. And it's like we have to be honest with ourselves. And we have to tell ourselves when something is not working, and we have to create a solution. And we have to realize that the solution is us. It has always been us. There is no separation. And change doesn't have to be like dramatic and like just like a huge like tower moment. It doesn't have to be like that. I feel like our minds just over exaggerate things than how it really is. It literally just is. You know, we label it as however we want to label it. But change can be very peaceful. Change can be very calm if we allow it to be, and if we surrender to the information that we're receiving. Because like I said, we are the roots of everything, and once we change, everything changes. Things start to be less hard, things start to be less frustrating when we just allow. Because we are the magic. We make things happen. And when we initiate a change, or when we initiate a shift and shift our perspective, everything else will change, because it has to. That's literal law, because we are the source of everything. So wouldn't it make sense if I declare something, it happens, or I get it, because I am. Once we step away and surrender to the noise that our ego is throwing at us on how our reality is just so frustrating and it's just there's no peace. Won't we just let go of that and allow the change to unfold? It is a beautiful experience, because everything that you do from there on out will be so graceful. You will be constantly reminded and reassured that you are the creator. Endings aren't about rejection or something failing. Endings just represent that energy is no longer serving us. And it is okay for us to walk away, because now we are making space for what is meant for us. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. I said this plenty of times on my channel. I probably in like every video, but that is the literal truth. Like, we're meant to adapt to different things. We're meant to learn different things, and we're meant to mature into our authenticity and divine essence. So if you are seeing this video and you are going through a major change, you're tuning more into yourself, and you're being pushed to feel called for just a whole new chapter in your life right now, embrace it. Smile. Because life can only get better if we allow it to. Start allowing the grace, the ease, the confidence, the abundance, the blissful experiences that you dream about, the world, the life that you see in your mind's eye. Allow it to come to you, and choose that reality, choose that version in every given moment. I don't know, I just felt like making this video. I haven't been on here for a very, very long time. I'm definitely have been growing and allowing a lot of endings to unfold in my personal life, and I am grateful that I've taken the leap and having to step out my comfort zone a lot of times. I have definitely been rewarded. I feel like if I stayed in certain places and allow it to just take complete shape of my identity, I wouldn't have grown and evolved and really matured like who I am now. you know? And yeah, just let this video be a reminder that you're meant to experience, you're meant to live life, you're meant to live the life that you love. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't let your thoughts hold you back. Don't let your fear hold you back, because that all doesn't matter. Once you really take the leap and just find out and experience the journey, face your fears, face your shadows, you see that there's so much light at the end of the tunnel. God isn't meant to be feared. God is love. God is grace. God is gentleness. And God is not rushing to the finish line. And by the way, there's no finish line. So you see how our mind can create so many stories, so many illusions. And that's what people say what the devil is. The devil is the ego, in my opinion. It is. When you fully detach from outcomes, from, control and how a situation is going to play out, like, you're moving from like low frequencies. You're moving from, I would say, the devil's frequency. You know what I'm saying? The devil wants to hold on. The devil wants to control. The devil doesn't want to let go. But God is peace. God is love. No matter what it is, God loves you unconditionally. When you hold on to things, when you're moving from this ego, the flesh that we have, it creates distortion. It creates creating stories before you even experience the actual story. Looking at things as love, because love is God. When you go to somebody, you be like, God loves you. And your version of God can be anything. It could be Jesus. It could be Buddhist. That's why there's so many different expressions. And that's why I stated that God is just expressed through different things, through different perspectives. And that's what religion and this collective is slowly doing. That's what we're doing all together. We are tuning into our truest and purest authenticity, and the things that we share, the things that we express, that is not only helping us ground and open ourselves up to our spirit and to our true essence, but it opens other people up. It helps people look at this experiences through the lens of God, through different examples. And I feel like this human experience that we're having, we're learning how to let go. We're learning just how to be God. And that's why there's so many different religions, so many different stories, so many different perspectives of God's view. But what is your view? What do you want? When you ask yourself those things, the God within you, the power within you starts expressing itself, because you begin to feel safe with yourself. You begin to trust your own instincts, because you are the only you in this world. You're not meant to live somebody else's story or live somebody else's life. You're meant to live your life. So when we slow down and ask ourselves, what do we want? Things start becoming more clearer. Things start clicking. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave this here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the people who have been supporting me. Thank you for the people who watch me and allow me to share my wisdom as Ovrwise. And yeah, if you guys are interested in working with me and stuff like that, you guys can definitely DM my Instagram or TikTok. Everything's in the link in the bio. And yeah, I love you guys. Till next time.